Today, I'm going to share with you in 7 steps how to create your own signature coaching package from scratch that not only gets people great results, but also sells like hotcakes. Let's dive in. A little bit of a backstory. In 2017, I was certified through a coaching institute called Brave Thinking Institute, or BTI. Highly recommend, by the way. The way that this worked was I got certified and trained on how to teach and coach people the content inside of BTI's coaching programs. They were proven and tested through thousands and thousands of people, and they were really good programs. The only thing that I didn't really like and I didn't see as being a long-term thing was I didn't want to only promote their products, which is basically what I was doing. If I enrolled somebody into my program to work with me, well, one of Brave Thinking Institute's programs, then I would have to pay Brave Thinking Institute for access to the program. I wanted my own programs. So I set out to create my own programs, but I had no idea where to start, which is where I just kind of leaned back on what Brave Thinking Institute was doing, and I reverse engineered the structure of their programs. And I realized, oh man, there's commonalities inside of their programs on the way that they run these to get people great results. So I figured I'm going to replicate it in my own way, but use my own information, my own ideas, my own offer using that same sort of structure. As Austin Kleon would say in Steal Like an Artist, the thinking behind the style. I started to just experiment with different ideas and components that ultimately led to me sharing with you these 7 steps. So think about these like 7 components. And when you have all 7 of them, you can have a great coaching program that really gets people results and that's clear and compelling so it actually does sell when you're on a call with someone. I have used these same 7 steps to sell various programs from $3,000 to $5,000 to even $10,000. And I'm using all of the same exact components. So let's create your coaching program now. Step number 1 that we need to define is our audience. You have to know who you're actually speaking to, who is best suited for this program and outcome that you can help people achieve. The way that we're going to do this is we're going to think about a broad topic that you know very well. So let's roll with an example of relationships. That's going to be the broad topic that I know well. Inside of relationships or whatever bucket you choose, it could be marketing, could be business, could be athletes. What is a topic within that broad topic that you know even better? We can choose online dating. Basically, you just want to get really clear in this first step. Who are you helping and what problems are they facing? In this example with online dating, let's say that I am an online dating coach who wants to help busy millennials because that's where I was and I've been able to overcome this challenge. If you used to be overweight and now you're very healthy, you can coach people through doing that. If you used to suck at sales and now you're great at sales, you can coach people to do that. So what is that for you? That's going to become your tagline that you can put on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, whatever you want. Online dating coach for busy millennials, or whatever yours is. If you want to learn more about how to create these offers, how to do customer research and create digital products and that kind of stuff, and even turn your signature program that we're going to walk through here into an online course that can sell repeatedly, completely hands off, I highly recommend you pick up my 5-step action guide that walks you through how to earn your first $500 per month or more in passive income. Passive income seems like a myth, but it is real. It's just about strategy and having a great system. And that's exactly what this guide is going to show you. To get the guide, how to earn your first $500 per month of passive income, 5 simple steps. Just go to profityourknowledge.com/guide. There's also a link down in the description. Then we move on to step number 2, which is outcome. Be a specialist, not a generalist. If a loved one of yours had to get brain surgery, you're not going to go to a plastic surgeon. You're going to go to a brain surgeon. Why? Because the brain surgeon specializes in brain surgery and they're really good at it. And you're going to get the best one that you possibly can. Same applies to your coaching. What specific transformation will this person achieve after finishing my program? List 10 to 50 benefits that this person or group of people is going to experience after finishing your program at 100%. Step number 1 is your audience. Point A, that's figuring out where are people at, and you can figure out where people want to be. The outcome is what outcome your program is going to be delivering for those people. Okay, it's that desired point B. And that comes down to customer research. Again, check out my guide. I go deep into it. Get at least 10 benefits in front of you. if someone finishes this at 100%. Step number 3 is the structure of your coaching program. You kind of have to decide, is this program going to be one-on-one or group? If you're just starting out, I would say focus on one-on-one. Down the road, when you get more people through the door and you're working with more people and you have a big enough audience, like your email list or something, then you can move on to group. Next question to ask is, how often are you going to meet with this person? You can choose weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. In my opinion, weekly is the best. What are the exact steps to get your client from point A to point B, to that specific outcome or transformation that you want them to experience after finishing your program? Then we move on to step number 4, which is time frame. Typically, coaching programs are 3, 6, or 12 months, but some people do 6 weeks. The way to figure out your time frame and your perfect time frame is to ask yourself, what is the shortest yet most realistic time frame to accomplish this transformation? Okay, so we've distinguished what our outcome is, the point A, the point B, where people are, where they want to be, and we've laid out some steps to get them there. If people really follow this, what is the shortest yet most realistic time frame to get there? If you can do that in 3 weeks, that's awesome. If it takes 6 months to get someone in great shape, it takes 6 months. And here's something to note. A longer duration doesn't necessarily equal more value. If you can solve someone's problem in a shorter time period and actually solve the problem than anyone else, you are going to be more attractive than them. Okay. If you get the brain surgery, for example, and they're in and out like really quick, faster than expected, and your loved one has an incredible recovery, you're going to go back to that guy or recommend that person if anybody needs brain surgery anytime, because they were in, out, and they did a great job. Okay. Think about your program the same exact way. Step number 5 is support. Let's say that you meet every single week on Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If Monday comes around and this person's having a problem or they're stuck somewhere, how can they reach you in between the calls? I personally like to use a app on my phone called Voxer. It's like a walkie-talkie app, but you can text each other as well. And that's how I stay in communication with my clients. But you can just do simply email support, or you can use something like Facebook Messenger as well. It's wherever you're going to check on them and give them a great experience and let them know and feel supported in between your calls. Okay. I always tell people, you have me in your back pocket 24/7. Just give me 24 hours to respond. That's the only thing. So they can message me late night. I got this idea. Just send me a voice note just to get the idea on quote unquote paper. And then we can review it and talk to each other asynchronistically as we go. So how can people reach you? Email. I recommend Voxer, but make sure that they can stay in contact with you if and when they have questions anytime. They know that they're supported by you more than just your weekly calls. It's going to really ramp up the amount of value that you give people. Next to support, do you have any sort of courses or resources that you can give them? Me, for example, I have programs inside of Kajabi that I use, and I have a course called Effortless Income, and it walks people through the exact system that I use when I coach people. So I give them the course as extra curriculum to study in between our calls, and I can tell them, hey, go study module 1, go study module 2, or this specific lesson. I want you to pay attention to that. And it's, it could be a 20-minute lesson. Watch that. There's worksheets, there's all that stuff. I want you to do that, and then report back to me inside of Voxer. You can see how this is all playing together. Keep someone submerged in the world by giving them a course or product. If you have that, if you don't worry. You can print out like a Google Doc and turn it into a PDF that you have people print, like a checklist sort of thing. And then there's also coaching tools. These help hold people accountable. Me, I keep things very simple. I have a shared Google folder where we build everything, and I help them build out a lead magnet. There's a sales page, email sequences, all that stuff, and it's all built inside of Google Docs. If I say, I want you this week to focus on building a lead magnet and just get something put together, I can see if they actually took the steps or not. So how can you support people in between calls? That's what I want you to think about. Step number 6, probably the most important, and that's a guarantee. What kind of guarantee are you giving people? You see, a guarantee flips the risk from the client onto you, and that's a good thing, because it holds you accountable to make a better product. And there are 3 ideas that I'll share with you to create a rock solid guarantee that makes it pretty hard to say no to signing up with your program versus everybody else's. The first one is to have them pay an initial fee, and then they only get charged more after they see results. The second idea is that you can continue to help this person for free, assuming that they're actually doing the work until they get the project done. The third idea is a money back guarantee if they have followed everything that you said and they actually did the work. But a guarantee is going to force you to get better at getting client results. If you said that if you're not completely satisfied, I'll give you your money back, and people ask for their money back, you can see, okay, there's something wrong with this, or I need to get better because I don't want to give people the money back. I want them to be fully satisfied so I get to keep the money. I get fully paid. You'll get better testimonials. You'll get better as a coach, which is more important than anything. Then we move on to step number 7. This is the last component, and it's probably the one you've been waiting for, and it is price. Typically, a coaching program, especially if you're starting out, I would say anywhere from $500 per month to $1,000 per month. If it's a 3-month program, online dating for busy millennials, and it's $500 per month, we'll say, then it's a $1,500 program to work with you for 3 months. If you're just starting out, do not go lower than $500 per month. You are a human pouring in a lot of energy and creating a great product with all these 7 steps into another human. Okay, but you can go up to $1,000 if it's more of a business program, for example. You can obviously go higher, but I'd say as a good baseline, $500 to $1,000 per month. Value over price. Problems have price tags, just like the surgeon. If you're going to get a brain surgery, it's not going to be cheap. It's pretty expensive. There's a lot that goes into it, a lot of expertise, and this person has a big history of going through school, et cetera, et cetera. I don't care. This is my loved one. You can solve their problem. I'll pay you whatever is necessary as long as you get it done and keep them around. Okay. Very extreme example. But if you understand the pains and the problems that people have by doing good customer research, and then you have a great solution for them and it's very clear that you can help them, people are going to be willing to invest in you. The bigger the problem you're solving and the better you get at solving that problem, the more money you will make. When it comes to price too, you can charge theoretically as much as you want, as long as you have the confidence to back it up. After working with people, maybe you're giving back a bunch of refunds because people weren't getting the results that they wanted. You're like, crap, I want to figure this out. It forces you to figure it out. Then you figure it out, and you get really good at getting people this specific result as an online dating coach helping busy millennials that people love you. You can raise your prices because you're confident that I'm going to get this result. And when you do a sales call, you will be fully confident that this is going to be the best program you have ever gone through. And I have client testimonials that prove this concept works. But you can charge as much as you want as long as you have the confidence to back it up. I want you to take these components as a virtual coach, at least for the day, and write out your offer using these steps. Write this out as if you were explaining this to someone you were enrolling. I'd recommend just bullet points because I like bullet points, and then you can just kind of fill in the gaps of those bullet points, but get the key components using the questions that I've shared with you inside of this episode. Comment below what your offer is, what outcome you're getting, all of that stuff. Just lay it out for people, and you never know, someone could actually be intrigued in it and end up reaching out to you and signing up. But we'll see. You'll never know until you actually write it out, put it out into the world. And then it comes down to you just working with people, putting them through this program. After you've worked with more and more people, and you've even just 5 people, it doesn't need to be 100 people or anything, and you realize that this is a repeatable system that I've created using this framework, then you can start turning this into an online digital product or course inside of your overall product suite. So you have your course, and then you have your main coaching program that goes even deeper, get more support, that kind of stuff. But if people want to do it themselves, that's where your course comes in. If you want help in building out an online product and seeing how can I actually replicate this and turn it into an automated system, check out my 5-step guide, how to earn your first $500 per month of passive income in 5 simple steps. Again, link in the description, or just go to profityourknowledge.com/guide. That's all I got for you. Take what you learned here, make your own signature coaching program using this framework, try it out, and most importantly, start working with people, start testing out the curriculum and make it even better. I will see you in the next one.